Hey everyone, welcome to this free training on community visibility, why being seen is good for business. And it looks like my cat is gonna make some hilarious appearances in this video. So I don't know if I should apologize or say you're welcome for that, but know that she's definitely back here wreaking a little havoc today. So looks like she's gonna get into stuff. So we're just gonna get started right now, and let's share my screen here. I do have the chat up. So if you have questions, please feel free to ask in the chat. And if you're catching this on YouTube on the replay, feel free to ask any questions in the comments below, or you can always email me. My email address is kendra@kendraarris.com, which you'll be seeing here in just a second. So I'm always kind of stupid. Here we go. Let's play this from the beginning. So we're going to talk about visibility, why being seen is good for business, and how to get it done. So what I want to talk about today is more or less networking and the power of networking, some tools on how to network, and where to network. I'm going to show you, if you're local to me, some very specific places to network, but if you're not, I'm going to help you find these places if you're not sure where you should be networking in your own community. So I asked in a poll, how often are you networking in person? And this means like going to a networking event in your community or in real life. So how often are you networking? Are you rarely networking, 1 or 2 days a month, once a week, 1 to 2 days a week, or 3+ days a week? And I'm curious to know, I guess my light is deciding it's not going to be working today. That's stupendous. Oh, it's because I don't have it plugged in. Haha. All right. Just when you think you're prepared, the world will tell you that you're not. And hi, kitty. All right. So I would love to know how often you're currently networking, and if this presentation changes your perception on how often you'll be networking in the future. So again, my name is Kendra Arris. My website is kendraarris.com, and you can email me at kendra@kendraarris.com. So we'll kind of go on from here. So we're going to talk first of all about small business. And if you're watching this, you're likely a small business owner or you work in direct sales. All of that is considered small business. And it's important to know that Americans love small business. I found some great information when I was researching the information for this presentation. And good grief, my notifications are going to buzz a little bit, and I apologize for that. Why Americans love small business and what the pulse on that is, because what's important here to know is that your community wants you to be in it. So American Express sponsored a small business consumer pulse survey to gauge how the average person felt about local and small business. And 9 out of 10 Americans believe it is important to support local small business. You probably have participated in a small business Saturday. You talk about supporting local and trying to support local business. 73% of Americans are just like you. They are making a conscious effort to shop local businesses regularly. Nearly 90% of Americans believe that small business success is vital to the economy and that small businesses contribute positive to the local economy. So basically what this survey has told us, what we already know, some of us, or sometimes we're cautious, is that our community, the people around you, want to support your small business. And sometimes they just don't know that your small business exists. They don't know that you want them as a customer. They need to be told. So according to Nielsen, 92% of consumers believe recommendations from friends and family over all forms of advertising. So what I liked when I talk about networking, what I want to encourage you to do is to use networking as a way to position yourself as an expert and to create a referral business that does not quit. Because we all know referral advertising, somebody telling you to go buy a product or use a service, is so much more powerful than any other form of advertising. So, we spend a lot of money on other forms of advertising as small business owners, and referral marketing is completely free. So the same is true if you'll take a recommendation from a family or friend, the same is true from an already trusted business. So if you are a consumer and you already trust your chiropractor, you already trust your coffee shop owner, you already trust other small businesses that you regularly go to, restaurants, you will trust a referral from them as well. So if you are networking with other small business owners and creating yourself, creating yourself as the expert in whatever your subject matter is and whatever your business is, you're going to be able to flip that script and get more referral business from already trusted business owners to their entire networks. The power is not in the people that you meet. Sometimes when we're networking, when we're going out in the real world and we go to a networking event, our goal is to gain a customer or to make a sale. But if we flip the script and understand that the power isn't in that person that we meet, the power is in the networks of the people that we meet and how we as people, as business owners, can be the connectors of other people. Our ability to connect will elevate our own trust that other people have in us, and referral marketing and referrals will go through the roof. So you have to, instead of walking into a networking event thinking, how can I get more customers? What I would encourage you to think is to flip that script and think, how can I connect the people in the room? How can I help people solve problems? How can I become the expert that everybody wants to refer? So in networking, it's not the short game of selling to everybody you meet. It's instead in thinking about a long game. Because if you go into the room to sell to them or to sell a service or to gain a customer, that's one customer for a short period of time. If you gain access to the networks of everyone in the group by showing them that you're an expert in your line of work, then you're expanding that one sale into potentially dozens or maybe hundreds of sales by showing up as an expert and being somebody that connects people together. So the other awesome thing is that when you're doing this, you don't have to show up to sell. You don't have to show up to sell. You don't have to show up to market. You don't have to show up to reach a quota. You just have to show up and be yourself and be the expert in the thing that you're already doing. So become a connector of people. That's what I've been saying. The fastest way to earn trust with another business owner, is to refer business their way. And you can do this without even using their services, as long as it's an authentic share and you trust them. So let's say you meet another business owner at a networking meeting. You meet a business owner that, let's just say, sells insurance, and you happen to have had some questions about insurance, and you asked the question, they answered it, they built that trust for you, and when you went home or went back to work that day, you shouted them out on social media and said, thank you so much to XYZ insurance agents for the time today and taking time to explain something to me that I've always had questions about. That gives that XYZ insurance business access to your entire network. It introduces that business to your entire network, and it says that you trust this person. Then XYZ insurance agent man is like, wow, that was really awesome of them, and hopefully will reciprocate that. You can share business cards of other businesses. You know, if you one of your customers comes to you and says, man, I have got to find a new insurance agent. Mine just retired. Mine has been dropping the ball. You could share that person's business card or their contact information and give them a referral. And also just word of mouth advertising in that same way, you know, letting people know, hey, I have this great new contact and you might want to talk to them. That kind of, it's a non-threatening referral. And when you become an expert at referring people to other businesses, they'll start doing the same for you. And they feel like that you could be a partner. So one of my recommendations is to create a list of trusted professionals, not just in other industries. So, you know, whatever you do, you may have your favorite insurance agents, your favorite real estate agent. Maybe you have your favorite coffee shops that you go to, your favorite lunch spots, maybe where you get your printing done, or whatever that other businesses that you use that help you run your business. But also have a list of trusted professionals in your own industry. So as an example, I'm a makeup artist, And the fact of the matter is, I can't do everybody's makeup for every event. I'm not available. I travel a lot. So I always have a handy list of other makeup artists that I trust that do what I do. And we have built a trusted network of that we refer each other business. And I think it's really important to know that when you lower that stigma of competition and you're willing to give business to other people that are doing the same things that you are, that you elevate yourself as a trusted professional in your industry. So super important to think about. All right, and next. All right, take control of the conversation. When you're out there networking, you go to a networking event, it can feel like you're supposed to say certain things or do certain things, and you're supposed to give out as many business cards as you possibly can. Well, my recommendation would be, and I learned this from my friend Rena, is to, instead of, here's a confession. My husband owns a printing company. We print business cards and all kinds of printing, and I rarely have business cards on me. And you know what? Neither does he most of the time. And that's incredibly annoying. But so that was a problem for me. I would go to a networking event and not have a business card on me. And that, well, it's just incredibly annoying when that's the case. I think I need to pin my video. There we go. So Rena gave me this great idea. Instead of trying to hand out my business card to as many people as I can, make a point to get as many business cards as you can, because then you are in control of the conversation and everything that happens after that. If you are only handing out your business card, you never know if they're going to get back to you, and chances are they're not going to. But when you have business cards of other people, you can take control of the conversation and be sure to send a follow-up email. So here's the thing with follow-up emails. Most people don't send them. So when you send them to other businesses, you're going to stand out as somebody that is serious about their business. So, a great follow-up email can be, first of all, to say, it was great to meet you at this event on this day. If you can fill in that information, that's really great, because a lot of times people don't exactly remember where they met you or maybe who you are. So, we're all pretty guilty of that. Let them know if you're in the market for X type of business. I'm your guy. I would love to talk to you more. This is not the time to go into a long dissertation about the services that you offer, but it may be a good time to go over. My cat is grabbing samples out of a box. She's a problem. Anyway, this is a great time to go over maybe something that you offer that people don't always know. So, letting them know, hey, if you're ever in the market for this type of thing, I'm your person. Let me know. In the meantime, if you'd love to learn more, or I would love to learn more about your business. And this is really important, to tell people you care about what it is that they do, that this just isn't a follow-up so they'll come and be your customer, that you want the opportunity to share with them as well. And then ask them, are there any other networking events that you attend? She's getting into my mail. Or would you be willing to meet up for coffee, if that's somebody that you want to meet up for coffee? And I think it can be really, I think it can be overwhelming if you're like forever offering people to coffee. So, you can end up spending way too much in coffee shops or too much time and not really getting any work done. So, be careful about that. But I think it's important to know that there's some people you'll invite to coffee. So now I've talked to you, I've convinced you that you should be networking. I've convinced you that the people around you will help you with that referral marketing is, oh my gosh, Kitty, go. That referral marketing is huge as far as networking goes, and that you're not there to make a sale, but you are there to learn more about other businesses and to be a connector of people and to start connecting people with other people. And then that elevates your referral business, right? So where do you start? Start with your local chamber of commerce. Your chamber of commerce locally probably has a website with events and different information on it. where you can find out where local business networking is happening. So a chamber of commerce is a local association to promote and protect the interests of businesses in the community in a particular place. So basically what this means is that this is an organization that's trying to keep the economy up in that town. They want you to show up at their events. They want you to get involved with each other. They want you to build connections. They want you to share connections. And here's the fact of the matter. Sometimes as business owners, we don't know if we should be a member of a chamber of commerce. We think we have to be a big business to be a member of a chamber of commerce, or we think it's going to be incredibly expensive to be a member of the chamber. But consider this. Just being a member of the Chamber of Commerce, most consumers think that being active in your local chamber is an effective business strategy, and they actually trust you more when they see that you're associated with the chamber. They take you more seriously. They think that you're more of a legit business in town. And involving yourself with your chamber, it increases customer favorability by 44%, and it increases the likelihood of future patronage by 64%. So basically what that means is that just by people knowing you're a part of your local chamber, whether you're posting it online or you have that little plaque in your business, like they are much more likely to trust you and to show up at your business by over 50%. That's pretty huge. If you're local to me, in the Cedar Rapids area, Cedar Rapids, Iowa City, Marion, Hiawatha, these are our local chamber of commerces. If you just Google your city or the closest larger city, if you're in a very small town, like I happen to live in a very small town, but I'm near these other communities, just Google the name of your town and chamber of commerce. If you're not sure, call your local city government and they can give you that information. So here are some local networking groups, and these also sometimes go larger than that. Centersphere definitely does. You can go to centersphere.com and see if there's a local chapter near you. A few other local business networking groups that are membership based. Basically, this means there's a lot of local, wherever you are, membership based networking group. So you pay a fee yearly or monthly or however it works to be a part of that membership group. And these are a few, and I will be sending you guys these slides so you have this information. A couple of others that you should look at, and some of these, it doesn't matter where you are. So 1 Million Cups is a nationwide networking organization. And I love to say that this is like dipping your toe into the shallow end of networking. They are very easy events to attend. You most of the time don't have to have an RSVP. They are attended by many, many business owners, and it's a very casual experience. You're not going to feel awkward walking in the room. You're not going to be the only person that it's their first time there. Check out SCORE. You can go to score.org and see your local SCORE calendar. SCORE is funded by the Small Business Administration, and they do a ton of free workshops and networking opportunities for local small businesses. There's probably a ton of professional women's networking groups in your area. Ours is called Professional Women's Networking Group, or PWN, and it's been in existence for 40 years, and it's an amazing organization. Check out free co-working days at local co-working places. Especially if you work from home, this might be a great opportunity for you to meet other business owners or even think about working in a co-working space full time. A lot of coffee shops have open coffees. So when you're there getting your morning coffee, instead of going through the drive-through, go in and see if they have anything posted, or ask the owner of the coffee shop or whoever's working what they have. In our town, one thing that a local co-working space does, it's called Office Evolution. You may have a local Office Evolution. It's a franchise. I really recommend looking into that. If you do, they often have events that are free going on. And one that our local Office Evolution does is something called the Marketing Sprint. And it happens once a month on a Friday, I believe. And you get together with other business owners and work on your own marketing. You just have a set amount of a few hours in the morning that week to work on your own marketing. So it's really, really great. Where to find networking opportunities. So Facebook events we have something called the Corridor Connection Network, which is a brand new organization that is putting together basically all of the events that are going on in the corridor into one calendar. Hopefully, they're still working on the kinks on that. It's a really exciting thing that my friend Rena is putting together. But check out Facebook events. You can look at networking events on Facebook events. You can just go straight to Facebook and click on events, or just type into the search bar events, and you will see what kind of networking opportunities. It will usually tell you if there's a fee, and if it's a regular event. I would really encourage you to show up at it's really scary to show up at a networking event. It can feel very like you're going to be the odd man out, like the kid in the room that has, like nobody knows and all eyes are going to be on you. But I promise it's usually not so awkward. Meetup.com and eventbrite.com and allevents.in all have great opportunities for networking events listed there. You can go to those websites and see what's going on in your own community. So the one question I have is, how do you dress? How do you dress for a networking event? Do you dress to impress or do you not? And, I would say in today's era that most networking events are kind of come as you are. So however you would go to work, you would probably attend a networking event the same way with no problem. I do recommend dressing your brand. Understand that when you walk in, you're trying to build trust with people. You're not necessarily trying to make a sale, but you want to come across as the expert in whatever it is you do. So if you're me and you're a makeup artist and you show up and your makeup looks like maybe your 4-year-old did it or slightly clownish, you might not build that same level of trust as you would if you spent some time looking your brand. So I recommend dressing your brand. How you would dress to maybe have a client meeting is always a good idea. And when in doubt, consider the venue. So if it's at a coffee shop, dress the way that you would to go to a coffee shop. If it's at the country club, you might want to dress a little nicer. And there are some networking events that happen at the gym with, like goat yoga, for example, is completely a networking event and an opportunity to meet other people. So if you haven't heard of goat yoga, we have it here in Iowa and it's interesting. They have puppy yoga too. Anyway, when in doubt, consider the venue and dress for that. But I mean, I have a super busy schedule and I have showed up to some casual networking events in my workout clothes. I just make sure that, I smell nice. I've got my hair combed and I might put on a little more lip gloss than I would for the gym. But something else to consider, that you don't always have to look like $1 million. You just need to show up and be yourself. Whoops, I went the wrong way. And that's really it. This is a pretty short presentation. What I hope it really does is give you the confidence and give you reasons to go out in your community and connect with other business owners. It's really important. It will elevate your business. It's going to show you what your community is missing and how you can fill the holes by either being a connector of other people or by showing up to fill the holes in your community yourself. And I think it's really important. So anyway, I hope that gives you a little bit more. If you have questions, feel free to put them in the comments, or you can email me, kendra@kendraharris.com, or you can send me a text message because I got my phone number down there too. So feel free to send me a text. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Bye. And now I have to figure out how to stop sharing my screen.